Hey everybody, 大家早安. Well, my name is Scott Persner, and I am the Director of International Affairs for Zhonghua Niaohui, also known as the CWBF for short. I'm here today in order to show everybody some cool information that we have about Taiwan along the flyway that we're a part of here. I'm going to be using a little bit of English and a little bit of Chinese as we do it, so bear with me, okay? And on top of that, we just want to say thank you to the EFTA. 我们真的很感谢你们呢，你们就是让我们参加这个活动，我们好开心哦。Actually, today's topic for this year's event, which is, Birds Connect Our World, couldn't be more appropriate because, birds do connect our world, and it's actually quite amazing. For instance, this year's representative bird, which is the Bar-tailed Godwit. In Chinese, that's the 斑尾鹬. This guy right here. You see them in the States, you see them in Europe, you see them also here in Taiwan. And so this is just one of the representative species which, many countries can see the same bird. So it's kind of an amazing thing where if you see it here, you might be able to see it, for instance, in Taiwan, maybe you'll see it in Russia in the summertime, or you'll see it in the Philippines in the wintertime. 真的很有趣的事情. It's a really interesting kind of a thing. And actually, because of this, it's so important that countries and partners come together, 一起合作, so that way we can go ahead and do our best to protect these really important species. In Taiwan, we actually have a really great story about this kind of international collaboration for this one species called the black-faced spoonbill, 黑面琵鹭. Now, the black-faced spoonbill is interesting because back in the 90s, there were only around 400 left. But through concerted effort of partners, they were able to bring the numbers up, and now they're actually about 4,000, over 4,000 in the last census that was done. And so this came through the hard work of Taiwan, Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, and China, all these coming together in order to do the work, in order to protect these important and interesting water birds. Now, for some of you who haven't really met Taiwan before, I want to do a little introduction, 一个介绍, right? So here's the question, 台湾在哪里? Where is Taiwan? Glad you asked. It is here. Taiwan is actually in the middle of what is known as the East Asian Australasian Flyway, 东亚澳前气线, which is actually the largest flyway in the entire world. And now it goes all the way from New Zealand and Australia all the way up to Siberia and Alaska. And so Taiwan sits right in the middle of it, just southeast of mainland China, south of Japan, and north of the Philippines. And because of that, we have a lot of amazing migratory birds that we'll see here. In fact, I just want to show you a few of them. For instance, this one here, 黑嘴端, which is called the Chinese Crested Tern. There are actually only around 100 of these in the world, and they were thought to be extinct. However, they were rediscovered in Taiwan in the year 2000, and now we're working with other collaboration groups in order to go ahead and try and protect them. We also have these, one of the 27 different migratory raptor species which will come through Taiwan, called the gray-faced buzzard. We celebrate them every year in Changhua County, which I'll show you in a second, in this event called Bagua. And so, actually we have so many different migratory birds, including the bar-tailed Godwit, which will fly through Taiwan on their way north usually to Siberia or Alaska. Now, I want to talk a bit more about Taiwan itself, so follow me to this map. This is a map of Taiwan, and the green parts here are IBAs. IBAs are important bird and biodiversity areas. These are the places that were actually met a criteria because they are important for birds and also for the ecosystems and the ecosystem health that they represent. Now, I just want to go ahead and share with you a couple of the more important ones. So, over here. This is called Tainan City. Now in Tainan City, remember I just told you about the black-faced spoonbills? 50 to 60% of them are here. And another fun fact is 60% of the global black-faced spoonbill population winters in Taiwan here. So this is an extremely important habitat. Now just north of there is a place called Qingkunshan. Now Qingkunshan is a secret place, but I'm going to tell you about it anyways. 是我们的秘密, 好不好? That means this is our secret, okay? And so over there, you actually have 143 different bird species, including lots of very important and globally threatened species, like the great knot, the red knot, the spoon-billed sandpiper, and Nordman's greenshank. All of these globally threatened species are just in this tiny spot here. And then just north of there you have Buda Wetland in Chiayi County. Now, it looks small. It's mostly salt pans. But over there you will see over 40,000 migratory water birds every winter. And for our friend the Bar-tailed Godwit, where did he go? There we are. For our friend the Bar-tailed Godwit, actually this entire area is very important for them as well. 是重要的栖地. 栖地 is habitat. And so you have these spots here which are important for the Bar-tailed Godwit, as well as just north in the Changhua mudflats, in the Lanyang estuary area of Yilan, and also here in Kinmen, which is the Zhihu reservoir. So all these places are important for bar-tailed godwits, and all these are very important for a number of other migratory species. Now, we in Taiwan, we really, really love going ahead and sharing our experiences and our work with the rest of the world, and we want the rest of the world to share with us as well. 我们要一起分享啊，我们要彼此帮忙. We need to help each other, 是不是? Right? So, for us, we do lots of different citizen science projects. The main one is our New Year's bird count, which is like the Christmas bird count, but we call it the New Year's one. So in any event, every year we count the number of wintering water birds and migratory species that are here in Taiwan, and we share that with the Asia Water Bird Census that's done by Wetlands International, because we want everybody to know our information, and we want to know everyone else's information, because that creates a fuller picture of what it looks like here on the East Asia Australasian Flyway, as well as like the flyways that exist in North America, South America, Europe, Africa, throughout the world, right? And so with that being said, I'm going to say a quick goodbye after mentioning the main reason why we need to do this together, is because as our motto says, we are one flock with one future, right? So we're all in this together. And so thank you again so much for having us take part in this event, and happy World Migratory Bird Day from Taiwan. Bye bye, 再见哦.